secret tourist gem. It's free, being an hour or less from the center of the city, and a lot more tourists should visit. LondonVibes, Hampstead Heath. Did I mention this place is large? This place is massive. When you're inside, you can completely forget you're in central London because you can't see the edges. This is why this is called LondonVibes, Hampstead Heath, Part 1. It is that big. It's not really a park, like a chunk of the countryside that's been dropped into the middle of London. You will not see it in one viewing. Vibe, biophilia, the attraction to nature that humans have. We evolved living outside and not in concrete houses, so our body feels more comfortable in nature, especially when there's no dangerous animals trying to kill us on a nice sunny day. We feel great. That's why looking outside the window and seeing a lake or a field makes us feel wonderful. This is managed nature, is taken care of. You can have the countryside without the dangers. Vibe free. There is no cost coming to this park. Vibe accessible. You're about an hour away from central London. You can take the 24 from outside Foyles, anywhere in Tottenham Court Road, going towards Camden, and the last stop is Hampstead Heath. Or you can take the overground, that's the orange line, to Hampstead Heath, and as you step out, literally the heath is right in front of you, and you will not get lost. You'll be able to get out and go home very quickly. You are surrounded by Golders Green, Archway, Highgate. So there's escape routes, basically. You're not lost. Just keep walking till you hit civilization. Vibe, sanctuary. When you're inside the park, it's very easy to feel disconnected from your pressures, your situations, people who want to clear their thoughts. And a lot of people, you see artists sitting around, just relaxing and winding down. And it is almost sacred ground to a lot of North London, this patch of land. Any intent of altering the landscape or doing something to this piece of land, and people go crazy. Vibe, secret tourist gem. Not a lot of tourists come to Hampstead Heath, which is strange because it's free, being an hour or less from the center of the city. If you want a contrast between a big bad city, like all urban cities are, and you want a nice calming wind down, especially in the summer when it gets dark around 10 o'clock, a lot of people do this, and a lot more tourists should visit. Vibe, gateway to North London. As you can see in front, that's big bad urban London. And behind me, that's North London. So behind me is the Highgate, Hampstead, Golders Green, suburban North London. The main difference being trees. Lots of trees. Vibe. Maybe the best park in London? That could start an argument. But usually, Hampstead Heath wins it. Hampstead Heath is the sort of place you mention to a friend in London, and they say, "Oh well, we've got this great park here, and it's wonderful. They do this and they do that, and in the summer they do that." And then you take them to Hampstead Heath, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, this may be the best park, or is it even a park? It's like literally like they drop the countryside in the middle of London." And they agree with you. Then they're inviting you to go on picnics at Hampstead Heath, and let's go for a stroll. And that's Hampstead Heath. It's part 1. There's more. There's so much more. We just had a nice little graze round. Okay, that's LondonVibes. Don't forget to subscribe.